Welcome back to another part of the video series. As you all know that we are discussing the invertebrate series, and in this part of the invertebrate series we are going to discuss about another phylum, that is Annelida. So what is Annelida and what are its common characteristics and what its classification and all we will discuss now. Let's begin. So this is the diagram of Annelida, that is more specifically of a nereis. What are annelids? Annelids are mainly aquatic and freshwater or terrestrial. Till now what we have studied are all the marine and freshwater phylum. But now from now we can see that these annelids are also known are aquatic, marine, as well as they live in the fresh water as well as in the terrestrial form. So this is the first terrestrial form you can also see. Then what are the certain exclusive features of this phylum is that they are burrowing in nature, that is they live inside a burrow or a hole, and sedentary mode of life, that is not active mode of life, they live in a stationary mode of life. They may be free living also, that is without undergoing any parasitic mode of life, they undergo their life cycle. They may be commensal or parasite. They also shows parasitic mode of life. The example is leech, which is a ectoparasite, that is it lives on the body of the host and sucks the blood. You might be knowing that. Apart from that, some body features we are going to discuss, that they are body is elongated. You can see here that the body is elongated and triploblastic, that is all the body segments, that is including the ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm are present, and they are bilaterally symmetrical. As I have discussed, if you divide them into two equal halves, they will be divided, and this is the first coelomate. These are known as the coelom is present. So previously which we have discussed, that is the phylums, either they were acoelomate or pseudocoelomate or coelom were totally absent, but from here from annelids the coelomate organisms were developed. So they are the coelomate category. They are metamerically segmented. As you can see that the body is divided into many segments, and each segment is known as the metamer. Okay. So the body is divided into number of segments. This is a transparent photo and you can't see it clearly, but if you see in this diagram, that is in the earthworm, you can see clearly that the body is divided into number. In the leech also, that you can see here in this diagram that the body is divided into number of ripples, known as the segmentation, and they are organ grade of organization, that is from here there the organs are present, specialized organs are present in their body. And one more important feature is that they are protostomes, that is first mouth develop and then anus develop. So these organisms are known as protostome. And if you want to know that what is protostome, what is organ grade, and all this class I have discussed already in the first part of the invertebrate series, to watch it. Moving to the most important part of this phylum is the Clitelum. What is the Clitelum region? You can see here in this part, let me zoom it. Okay, you can see here in this part, this bulging part is known as, this is a photo of, or this is a picture of earthworm. In this part you can see a bulging part is known as the Clitelum, or you can simply say that Clitelum is a region of their body which changes its color during the breeding season. Certain season there will be breeding, there will be copulation, during that time they will change their color. This is very interesting feature. Okay, then this is the Clitelum, changes the color during the breeding season. Next, the locomotory organelle segmentally repeated and setae are embedded in the skin. You can see these are the parapodia. Parapodia are the locomotory organelle and setae are present. These hair-like structures are known as the setae. Okay, setae are embedded in the skin. And one more thing is that their body segment is, the body type is tube within tube, that is from mouth to anus there is a long tube will be present, that this body is a tube, inside another tube will be present which starts from mouth and end in the anus. That's why they are called tube within tube body plan. And respiration through skin or gills of parapodia. These are the parapodia, you can see these are the parapodia responsible for the respiration. or through the skin surface also they can undergo respiration. So, this is very important. The gills of Parapodia are responsible for the respiration purpose. Moving to the important part is that their blood vascular system, or you can simply say the circulatory system, is closed type except that of the leech. That is, the leech shows the open type of circulatory system. This is an important feature to be noted down. And their blood is red in color due to the presence of hemoglobin as that of the human being. Then one more important feature, that they have both the direct as well as indirect development. If they undergo indirect development, then the larval form is known as the trophophore larva. Okay. And another point is that their excretion is by the specialized organ that is known as the nephridia. These are certain highlighted points or the common feature of the phylum Annelida, and some important points I have marked in dark letter, and these are important regarding exam point of view. So, please do look after this point. You can pause the video and you can see that what are the characteristics of this phylum. Moving to the classification, they are basically classified into 4 types, that is Polychaeta, Oligochaeta, Hirdinia and Archae Analyta. So, these all one example with the diagram I have given for the, so that you can clearly by example you can clearly know the characteristics of that each phylum. Okay. So, Polychaeta belong to the Nereis, example is Nereis. Oligochaeta is Earthworm, this very common example is Earthworm. Hirdinia is Leech, you can see here blood sucking parasite, and Archae Analyta is Polygogrideus. This is the diagram. Moving to the each part in detail, Polychaeta example is Nereis, as you have seen in the diagram, as well as Aphrodite. This is the diagram of Aphrodite and Archae Analyta. Sometimes it will be given, the name examples will be given, and it will be asked that which phylum do they belong. That is why the examples are very important, and they are exclusively marine and dioecious in nature. That is, what is dioecious and what is monoecious? This is to be needed to be understood. Monoecious is those organisms whose male and female reproductive organ will be present in the same individual, are known as monoecious organism. Dioecious are those organisms whose male and female are present in different part of the body. So, their male and female are different, in short to say that. And the fertilization is external and no clitelum is present. This is a very important point to be noted down. Usually the clitelum is present in Earthworm, which is permanent, and in case of Hirdinia is a temporary based, but in Polychaeta there is no clitelum is present. And Parapodia and setae are seen. The setae are the locomotory and Parapodia are the respiratory organs. So, gills of Parapodia and setae are present in Polychaeta. Moving to the next class, that is the Oligochaeta, which is the Earthworm. These are the hermaphrodite. What do you mean by hermaphrodite? That is, both the male and female organ will be present in the single individual. They are freshwater as well as they will be living on the terrestrial, you can see here. And they have permanent clitelum present on the 14th and the 16th segment. This is very important. So, if you count from here from 1, 2, 3, 4 up, when they reach the 14th and 16th segment, a specialized structure will be present which is known as clitelum, and what is its function? It changes its color during the breeding season. And here only setae will be present, no Parapodia is absent. Then the first segment of the earthworm is known as peristomium. If you see, this is the diagram, this first segment is known as the peristomium, and this is asked number of times in exam. And typhosole is the intestinal region of the earthworm, which is responsible for the absorption purpose. Moving to the next class, that is the leech or Hirdinia, belong to the leech class, and they are known as blood sucking parasite. Why they are named so? Because they suck the blood of the human. Not only human, cattle, many type of dog, they usually take the blood of the host. That is why they are called as the blood sucking parasite. The fertilization is internal and they are usually aquatic. They mainly live in the aquatic in nature, and they have a temporary clitelum. In case of earthworm, permanent clitelum will be seen. You can see here, this is the permanent clitelum will be seen, but in case of Hirdinia or in the leech, there will be only temporary clitelum, that is during the breeding season clitelum will be seen and rest of the time they will no clitelum, and the clitelum is present in the 9th to 11th segment. Here no parapodia or setae, both are absent. So, where do they respiration? They respire through the normal general surface of their body. And one more important thing, that they have suckers in present. Why suckers? What is the role? For sucking of the blood. And one more important thing, that is the leech secretes an anticoagulant called as the hirudin. Hirudin is an anticoagulant which is secreted by this. Here if they see any type of danger or any prey attacks to them, then they secrete certain type of anticoagulant substance known as the hirudin. This is also important. Moving to the Archae Analyta, they are marine and they are worm like creatures, and the setae and both the parapodia are absent, and the example is Polygrodus. Not much about this phylum is known about it, but this is the example is Polygrodus. Moving to the last part, what is epitoky? Epitoky is a phenomenon which is usually found in case of the polychaete class, mainly the nereis. What is epitoky? That is, the sexually immature stage is known as the etoc and mature state is known as the epitoc. The changing of the etoc means the changing from the sexually immature stage to mature stage is known as epitoky. So, nereis is known as the sexually immature stage, and Annelida is and heteronereis is known as the sexually mature stage of the nereis. So, this phenomenon is known as epitoky. This is all about the phylum, that is Annelida, and its certain common characteristics, and I have previously also have discussed many phylum. If you have not watched, and also the introductory video of the invertebrates, to watch it. And if you are new to my channel, do subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified for my videos, as well as like, share and comment if there is any doubt in this phylum or in the previous, and do share among your friends. Thank you, and that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.